Hey guys, I'm Victoria and welcome back to FemHead. Today I want to share with you my goal setting system that I have in my bullet journal planner thing. So when it came time to choose my planner for 2017, I decided I wanted to go with a simple bullet journal. The great thing about the bullet journal, I suppose, is everyone can put whatever they want in there, whatever works for them, and you can create whatever kind of system benefits you. So my goal setting system starts at the beginning of the year, and I started in January, that's because that's when I started this, but you can start it for April or whatever month you're in right now and just look at the year ahead of you. This idea that we have to keep yearly goal setting confined to January is a hindrance. It keeps us from doing some pretty great stuff. I kept it to one page, writing 2017 goals at the top, and I split it between professional and personal goals. But I didn't just sit down and think up my goals. This had been something that had been going on for a month or two. I actually had a page in my Evernote app thing on my computer where I would just, every time I thought of like, oh, this is something I'd want to do over the next year, I would go and put it in there. And then when the time came to actually make my 2017 goals page, I sat down with all the different things I said I wanted to do. I organized them between personal and professional, and I really took time with each one to say, is this something that's actually I actually want to do? Is it something that's actually going to benefit me? And so I would remove things from the list or add things to the list depending on that. I wanted them to all be achievable yet challenging goals, and so I ended up with 13 personal goals and 11 professional goals. And sometime in February, I added the words ignite and radiate at the bottom of my goals page because those were my guiding words that I found in February. And I actually made a video about that, which I'll link somewhere or down below. It'll be linked, so just look for it if you're curious. And so I added that to the page. Okay, so now that you have your yearly goals, you want to move into your monthly overview. Mine is a single page, and that left me plenty of space at the bottom to have 4 or 5 goals for that month. So with my yearly goals in mind, sometimes even referencing back just to kind of refresh myself on them, I will look at that month, what I've got going on, and really ask myself, what can I get done this month to break up those goals to then get myself one step closer to where I want to be. While I have my personal goals within my yearly goals, I keep my monthly, weekly, and daily goals to my professional goals. And while usually it's really important and I try to be very detailed and clear in my goal setting, sometimes I will set more vague goals that I hope will act as themes throughout the month or whatever time period is that I'm setting them for. For example, I deemed March the month of marketing, and so every time I go to set my goals for the week or the day or whatever it may be, that always influences me to think, okay, what can I do today marketing wise? Once I have my monthly goals, I break it down even further into weekly goals, and I have a 2-page spread for each week. It starts at the top with a weekly overview, and then below that is a space for my 4 to 5 goals. And instead of looking back at my yearly goals, I go to my monthly goals and I say, okay, what can I do this week for each of these goals? So after I finish my journaling routine each day, I will grab my bullet journal, and I will jot down my daily gratitude from the day before, and then I will open it up to my weekly spread. I will kind of get a sense of what I have going on that day, what I did yesterday and maybe didn't get done, and I will set 4 to 5 tasks, the top 4 to 5 tasks, the most important tasks that I need to get done that day, and that's all that will go onto my kind of daily to-do. So each day I try to wake up positively. I don't like to look at work for the day and say, ugh, what do I have to get done? Instead, I like to look at it as, what do I get to do today to help me get to where I want to be in life? But this isn't me saying that I don't have those days where I wake up and I don't want to do any of it, and I'm stressed, I'm worried, and I'm anxious, but I do try to start my days as positive as possible. So I challenge you to look at the year ahead and not just start in January, but from here on out, look at the year and say, what do I want to do? What are some exciting, fun, real things I can do? Don't make outlandish, it's okay to make outlandish goals, but make goals that you're actually going to work towards achieving. Don't make it negative. Don't say like, oh, well, I really need to lose 20 pounds this year. look at goal setting with fun, with excitement, and a positive spin on it of like, what can I do this year? And then start each month looking at those yearly goals and say, what can I do this month? How can I break down these goals to get me just one step closer? And then every week you break it down a little bit more, and each day you break it down into bite-sized chunks, super manageable chunks to get done. So now, obviously, if I looked at the overarching goal of I want to put out 3 videos a week over the year, that would be something like 156 videos. So if I sat down at the beginning of the year and I was like, okay, I need to come up with 156 video ideas, and I need to do, create the notes, I need to film them, I need to edit them, I need to create social media posts, I need to create thumbnails and all that stuff, that would be an overwhelming thing, and just talking about it overwhelms me. There's no way you can sit down and say, I need to do all of this at once. And so that just kind of goes to show the importance of, you have these big goals, and then you need to break them down and break them down and break them down into bite-sized chunks. And that's kind of what I have to say about goal setting. I know it's a lot, but I am curious now about your tips and tricks about how you go about setting your goals. Do you start with yearly goals, or do you just start with monthly goals? How do you go about it, and how do you break that down? All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.